This is amazing. Come on, number 4. Sunday morning here in Frankfurt, where I've arrived by train into this spectacular station. My bags are being transferred straight to my hotel for me so that I can go and meet Jutta from the Convention Bureau, who's going to show me straight away what's on offer in this fabulous city. Frankfurt main station has an average of 350,000 people going through it a day. And that's not just because of all the destinations in Germany that you can get trains coming in from. It also connects to various European destinations such as Amsterdam, Zurich, Brussels, Paris, and in 2 years' time there'll be a direct line to London.
Natalie,
Hi! Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Frankfurt. It's great to have you here. How was your journey?
Brilliant. Brilliant. Obviously German trains.
Yeah, and on time.
Simple. Yeah, and on time.
It's great,
Absolutely.
so we can start now.
Yes. Where are we going to head to first?
During the next days you will see what Frankfurt has on offer for the conference and meetings industry for the incentives, and we start with the fun part, with the incentives. We go on the Applewine Express, which is a merry tram that takes us through the city, and have some apple wine, our special drink. We have the apple wine here, the very typical drink of Frankfurt. So let's try it.
Yeah,
I hope you like it. It has nearly no alcohol. That's what you would think. Yeah, after a few you will realize it, but I say Prost.
Prost.
Welcome to Frankfurt again.
Yes, with the eye contact as well, yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
We're driving here through the city center.
Oh.
You can hire this tram for groups, for incentive groups, for example. You can have a guide explaining where you're coming across. So
We've got another tram attached to the back of us.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And another one after that. So how many people could you actually take in a private group?
A maximum of 90.
90, so 30 on each one.
Yeah, right.
Because I can imagine that'd be quite fun swapping teams from one to the other as
Yeah,
well.
that's also interesting. And they play nice music, the typical apple wine music. They do everything with the apple in Frankfurt.
Well, I can see why. It's really tasty.
Shall we?
So the Applewine Express goes all around Frankfurt, which means that people can see Frankfurt and they can try the apple wine. And I'm going to let our wonderful driver know when to stop by putting on this. Eine Frankfurter Wurst mit Senf.
Yeah,
Senf.
very good.
Okay.
So
all right.
enjoy your meal.
Okay,
and
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Eine Frankfurter Wurst mit Sumpf, bitte. So behind me is the town hall, which can be hired as a venue for private events, and it's in the main square, which is absolutely beautiful. Some lovely historical buildings behind me, and danke. After all of that Applewine, I need some Frankfurter to sober me up a little bit. So I'm going to go and give it a go. The sun's come out in Frankfurt now, which is great timing because I'm about to get aboard one of the many boats you can get along the River Main here. I've got my ticket, so I'll see you on there. Danke. So just been having a chat to the captain about this boat. It can take a maximum of 400 people and can be hired for private events either during the daytime or at night. As you can see at the moment, it's a public trip down the river and everybody seems to be enjoying themselves in the sun. And if your journey down the river needs to include some work, the boat's smart and modern interior offers a more formal environment. But whatever the purpose of your trip, you should be sure to be back on deck in time to see the views of Frankfurt's beautiful skyline. Sorry. So Jutta, we've come somewhere a bit more traditional for Applewine now.
We are now in a typical apple wine tavern in the south of Frankfurt, south of the River Main, which the area is called Sachsenhausen. And here you find most of the apple wine taverns.
And this is a more traditional way of serving apple wine as well, right?
This is a real bamble, what we call
Bamble.
it. Yes.
Okay.
By the way, 44 million liters of apple wine are brewed and consumed every year. Many companies, they book an apple wine pub for the participants to have a nice and cozy atmosphere after a long day of meetings.
Explains a lot.
So, pros, enjoy.
Oh, it's quite different to what we had earlier.
That's
Very
true.
nice.
Strong.
Very nice. Yes. Being a centre of logistics and mobility, one of the many incentive activities you can join in with in Frankfurt is flight simulation. You can even go to the Lufthansa Centre and train where the pilots actually train. But because I'm here at the Holm, I'm just going to pop next door and try out the simulator at Joffi.
Okay, this is a landing sequence now for Frankfurt International Airport.
Okay.
And try to touch the runway, which is a grey line. And on the left side you have the so-called poppies. Those are white and red lamps. And if you see the half red one and the half white one, you're on the right position in terms of gliding. Okay. And on the other side, if you change over now, to approach, you can see this indication there, and you have to follow this one. So you have to turn a little bit more right, pull a little bit, pull, and turn left. Stop. Okay, more left. And then push a little down. And a little bit more left. Okay, and pull. And pull. Okay. Very good. And now we have a touchdown. Okay, excellent. Very good.
Really?
Yeah, okay, we missed a little bit the runway, a little bit on the right side, but no movement. Very good. And I can prove that your landing was excellent because you will see in a few seconds, if you push the black button here, you have outside view, you see the aircraft, it's all in function. Congratulations, you solved your tests, and I'm proud to give you your 3 stripes for the next 1 year.
Really? Does that mean I can fly us home?
And right.
Yeah, so I go to the cockpit and talk to the captain.
But only on the right
and
side.
let me have a go. Only on this side.
Only on this side.
Flight simulation is just one of the many things that make it possible to host a fun-packed event without ever leaving Frankfurt Airport. Within the site's work city, there are state-of-the-art hotels, and within those hotels sit state-of-the-art event spaces, including a crystal ballroom. Frankfurt Airport handles 150,000 people and 5,000 tonnes of cargo per day, making my next stop an entirely appropriate exhibition.
What we wanted to do is show the public the idea and the history of logistics and mobility. We look for what are the flows of money in ancient times, and look to the 19th century and see how the traffic system in Europe increases and will develop by some very pretty good inventions. For for example, the car. And this changes mobility and also the logistics in a very, very fundamental way.
And you've got more than just the exhibition here, which is obviously very important and very historical, especially for Frankfurt.
Thank you, yeah. That's right, Natalie. First of all, let me say, Frankfurt has an excellent accessibility all over Europe. There's no city in Europe where you can go faster and easier, and that's the reason why we opened this venue for conferences. And what we see is an increasing demand for this venue because of this accessibility. For example, you are in 40 minutes in Cologne, around about 1.5 hours at Heathrow, or in 1 hour at Paris. So it's a very, very easy and luxury venue for conferences in Europe. That's the reason.
Oh wow, this is an incredible ballroom space, and they've done it up so sensitively. It looks like you'd imagine it would have looked 100 or so years ago. And as you can see, we're getting really exclusive access in here because they're still putting the finishing touches to the space. The detail is absolutely incredible, and I'm going to head up to that balcony and see what the views are like from up there. It really is so beautiful in here. Words can't really describe it. You've got the glass roof up there, so you've got natural light coming in. And it's just such an amazingly peaceful setting. I'd be happy to have any event here.
If the beauty of the Renaissance ballroom isn't enough, you can explore the tropical paradise of the city's Palmengarten next door.
As well as the ballroom that can take up to 1,300 people standing, the Gesellschaftshaus has several breakout areas, including this spectacular Bauhaus terrace.
Following the tranquility of the gardens, I headed back to my Frankfurt home, the Rumours Hotel, for a little pampering.
I've come up to their biorhythm spa. I knew it would be something special, but I didn't expect to be having a crystal bath. It's a bit of an odd experience, but it's very relaxing, so I'm going to go with it and chill out.
This hotel is truly glamorous, from the luxury of the spa, to the opulence of the reception, to the design and craft of the bedrooms, and the audacious beauty of what would, anywhere else, be simple meeting spaces. Frankfurt's modern skyline is home to 270 hotels, with the world's deluxe brands all represented in convenient locations across the city, including adjacent to the Messe and Congress Centre. There are 64,000 events in Frankfurt every year, the biggest of which are hosted on this historic fairground.
Frankfurt Trade Show Company was firstly mentioned in the documents in the 12th century, and during the last century we exported our knowledge so that Messe Frankfurt became a kind of a global player, organizing big trade shows here. But we also own the fairground, which is some 400,000 square meters big, and I think we have 355,000 square meters exhibition space under roof.
And we're on Hall 3 at the moment, which is one of your biggest pillarless halls.
That's our highlight.
Yes,
this
and just flooded with natural light.
Especially this level, 19,000 square meters, a lot of daylight, high ceiling, and we are very proud of this hall.
And it's a lovely kind of contrast, which Frankfurt's all about. When you've got this, and you've got the new Congress Centre, and you've got the beautiful old festival hall out there as well.
I think that is something that really fascinated me from the very beginning. I'm almost since 25 years working with Messe Frankfurt. The different architectural styles that we have. It's not that we have 10 halls of the same type, but we have kind of examples of different periods of architecture. It's like human beings. We've got lots of personalities on the fairground.
This is the Harmony Hall in the Congress Centre, a very, very flexible space. You can have the floor tiered as it is now, or you can have it all laid flat, or you can have a variety. And as you can see behind me, the red doors is where the normal level would be if it was flat. These black columns can be taken up into the ceiling, the walls drop down and adjusted to suit the needs of your event.
Back on the south side of the river, my next stop was the museum embankment, where event catering firm The Cooking Ape gave me my dream job.
Yes, strong.
Excellent.
Perfect. Let me help you.
Okay, thank you. I think some Smarties.
Dark chocolate or white chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Go ahead, just like a pen.
I'm going big with my decoration.
Banana.
Banana.
Or cherries.
Oh, cherries. And I'm just like squishing it all together.
Pushing it and cutting it and mixing it.
It's like every child's dream.
Exactly. Now is the right consistency, yes.
Messy, messy, messy.
That looks good.
Woo!
Right.
I'm a little bit
Oversized.
over-decorated, but it's quite artistic.
Para ti.
Dankeschön. I need to keep trying it. I haven't quite worked out how to describe the flavour yet. I'm liking this job a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good combination.
On the roof of the museum, I met back up with Jutta. There were cocktails planned for the evening, but first we had a more detailed chat about what we had seen and hadn't seen of the Frankfurt region.
Frankfurt is the city of contrasts, and this is also reflected in all the venues that we have, the old traditional ones, but also the modern ones. From the big hotels that offer convention space, also the old opera house and the apple wine district, Sachsenhausen, where you find most of the apple wine taverns. It's really a cozy atmosphere. It's what you wouldn't expect in a modern big city. It's very nice to relax.
But you keep telling me that Frankfurt's a village rather than a city, and it has got that feel. Everybody's very friendly. You kind of feel like everybody knows each other as well.
Yeah, and at the same time, it is the financial center of Germany. It's got a very important university, research institutes. It's the most international city. About 180 nations are living in Frankfurt. And Frankfurt is, by the way, the city of short ways. It's very easy to get around here, either on foot or by public transport. We have different offers for the Congress participants to make it really easy for them to get around in Frankfurt.
And we've done some great activities while we've been here as well, all of which you have on offer as incentives for groups. I guess.
You can do them. Of course, you can do the ice cream, you have catering, you can ride the Apple Wine Express. These are all opportunities you have. And of course, the beautiful surrounding area of Frankfurt, the wine area, Rheingau, for example, is very suitable for wine tastings, for there are old monasteries, old castles. You could go, and it's just around the corner, literally just 30-40 minutes ride by bus, and then you're there. So it's a good combination of a city for meetings, for business, and also incentive ideas.
That's right. Just put it on top of the bar. Then we use the pisco, 4cl, 5cl maybe.
Shall I just count to 5 as I do it? You tell me to stop.
I tell you to stop. Then we use the red orange, 1, 2. Then pineapple, like this, please. Then we need half of the lime, top of the shaker. You do the same at the right time. Yes. And now we start shaking. To the body, from the body. That's enough, otherwise the ice is melting. That's very good.
And as a finishing touch, Jimmy bar. Yay, that was so much fun.
Well done, my dear.
Really well done, Natalie.
Thank you.
But you know, you've forgotten something.
What's that?
Nah, you don't
Oh.
have a straw.
Oh, so not quite perfect.
Otherwise you couldn't drink it.
Excellent. Prost. It's been a great few days here in Frankfurt, and what better way to end than here at the Mine Festival, the last night. We're expecting a huge fireworks display, and us and everybody else is here to just enjoy themselves.